Dear Mr. President Trump, I saw the clip of your call into Fox News.
If I can save 7,000 people a week from being killed, I think that's a pretty... I want to try and get to heaven if possible. I'm hearing I'm not doing well. I hear I'm really at the bottom of the totem pole. But if I can get to heaven, this will be one of the reasons.
You pretty openly expressed some concerns about where you will go when you die. You expressed a hope for heaven, but you didn't really sound too confident about that. I just wanted to share this message with you. I don't know if you'll ever see it, but maybe you will. God doesn't want you to be confused about how to know Him, nor does He want you to lack confidence about where you will go when you leave this earth. He's made it very clear what He requires of you and all of mankind. I assume you've heard about Jesus, His sinless life, His perfect sacrifice, and His miraculous resurrection. Have you ever thought to think about the implications of that and why that was necessary? Jesus came because even though God is generous and merciful, He is also just and He is holy. To be in His presence, righteousness is required. The Bible tells us that He is light, and in Him there is no darkness at all. But as humans, we sin, and we don't have the capacity to be righteous and holy as God is holy. And that's where Jesus comes in. He is the one who fulfilled the righteous requirements that we could not fulfill. His sinless life and His once and for all time sacrifice provided us with the justification that we need. And it's when we put our faith in Jesus that He gives us His righteousness. It covers every blemish, every failure, every sin. And it's because of His Spirit that we can walk in a way that honors Him. And that obedience is not out of obligation, but it's out of praise. Praise for being given a grace that we do not deserve. And while there is no work that you could do, even with all of your power, that can earn your way into God's rest, the Bible does make it clear that those who have faith, they will obey the Lord. Those who are truly walking with Him will submit their lives to Him. Sadly, many people claim to know God, but their lives tell a different story. But all that to say, you have lived a very privileged life, Mr. President, and that is not bad in and of itself. But the question that matters most for someone like yourself is, what have you done with the power you've been given? I really encourage you to read the Bible, read the life of Christ, and then take a step back and look at yourself and consider, does your life look anything like His? You expressed a desire to end the carnage in Ukraine, and I really, really hope that you will. My only request is that your gaze does not end there, because your power can end suffering elsewhere too, like the Palestinians, whose suffering, carnage, and starvation you have greenlit and bankrolled, or the injustice of mistreating immigrants, ensuring that they receive inhumane and dehumanizing treatment. You have a right to uphold the law, but why not demand that it be done justly? And then there's the human suffering that America has had a direct hand in creating. I think of places like the Congo, Sudan, and Haiti. Maybe it's finally time to do right in places where we've done so much wrong. Something I really hope that you'll ask yourself, are the people who are spiritually advising you actually leading you toward God? Or perhaps could they be leading you away from Him? Because there are a lot of people who surround you who claim Christ, who are portraying a version of God that the Bible does not depict, and they're advising you to do things that God hates. Sadly, if you follow the lead of people like this, they will lead you to destruction, because at the end of the day, we all have to give an account to God for the lives that we lived. And none of the advantages you have right now will get you ahead or give you a pass with God. In fact, neglecting to honor God with those very things could lead you to the eternal fate you seem to be concerned about. So I pray that you'll put your faith in Christ, and I really pray that out of praise you'll start living like it too. God cares about all people who suffer. He does not play favorites like you've been led to believe. The blood that you have helped spill cries out from the ground, and I hope you'll hear it and change. And I hope that you'll see the suffering that you can end now in Ukraine and Palestine and beyond, and not let money or power or consequence stop you from doing what is right. Ultimately, I just hope you choose to be a vessel for His light before yours fades.